open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. From the gun. Give on the inside. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. After run, now throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Durham. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They believe they can run right here. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. They'll try the right side. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way.
He wants to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. Afterburner's coming. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football. That last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
rifles it down the middle. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
And we have a winner between Ohio State and Illinois. Who's taking home the Illibuck? Let's find out. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Throwing right. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll try the toss to the left. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
At the 19-yard line.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run play action. Now improvising. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
Time to take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after it.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Manning. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. And midfield, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Quick pass on the fly motion. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll try to run for it. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Knocked down for the tackle.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
First down for this offense. He wants to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw it again. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And a nice job working in the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
DB's right up on the receivers. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for space. It's Durham. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Manning. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Got his man to the left. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They were able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
They're going to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense gets to him, but not before he reaches the 2.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The completion well past the sticks. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Liberty. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed behind the line. It's Golden.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Get it out on the screen. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, and you've given up this drive and then come down the field. And you had such an opportunity to get the pick and close the door and shut down the drive and not give up points. That's a big missed opportunity for this defense.
Scrambling away. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB and tried to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move and looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in cover.
Going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bond. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. The aerial assault continues. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gonna take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And he's running in the open. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. They move the chains on the ground. Now another 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Hauls it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And the point after is good. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.